Dear students, welcome back to the English class. In the last class, we began the story of Ruskin Bond, Adventures in a Banyan Tree. We saw a boy made friendship with the squirrel. You may have read the story again and attempted the textual questions. That was one of the assignments I gave you. Haven't you? Let's check it. Which was the first question? The first question is, house and grounds were of grandfather's domain, but the magnificent old banyan tree was mine. Why did the boy say so? What was the answer? Yes, he has his maximum freedom in the banyan tree, as grandfather cannot climb the tree as he is very old. So, the boy enjoyed maximum freedom in the banyan tree. Second question is, how did the squirrel become a friend of the boy? How did the squirrel become a friend of the boy? The squirrel found that the boy was not armed with catapult or an air gun. The boy served him with pieces of biscuits and cakes. Two reasons are there. Thus, the squirrel became friendlier with the boy. Let us read the third question. What do the friends of the squirrel think about his friendship with a human? What might have made them think so? What's the answer? Yes, the answer is scrolling here. They think that it is foolish to trust a human and he may be headstrong to do so. Why do they think so? They think so because they are always harmed by humans. Children always tease them with catapults and air guns. Yes, these were the three questions. Now, another assignment I gave you. I know you finished it well and you have taken the pic and sent it to your WhatsApp group. Your teacher may have checked it. Good. What was the task? A letter to your friend. I got one such letter from a student. I will show it to you. Look at the letter. Ivy Cottage, Landau Cant, Dehradun, 28th April 1997. How he addressed? Dear Shravan, Dear Shravan. Yes, he continues the letter. I am very happy to write a letter to you. I have a lot of things to tell you. I have a fine vacation here. How is your vacation? Hope you are enjoying it well, with games, fun and lot of activities. I am happy here with my grandparents. Our house is at the foothills of Himalayas in the beautiful valley town Dera. Here I have a beautiful banyan tree which had made a maze of arches with its branches. Here I got a new friend. Do you know who it is? It is a little grey squirrel. At first, he resented in my presence, but when he found I am not armed with a catapult or air gun, he became close to me. I gave him pieces of cakes and biscuits. Now he is so friendly that he takes food from my hands and even delve into my pockets. I am so happy with him. You can also make such friends. Feed the little animals and birds. They will become our friends. A lot of stories are there to tell you. I will tell them in the next letter. Convey my regards to your parents and little brother. Yours lovingly, Rakesh. Such a letter you may have written and you may have sent the copy to the class group and your teacher may have checked it. Now let us continue the story of the boy. Listen to the story, watch the screen. Okay? In the spring, when the banyan tree was full of small red figs, birds of all kinds would flock into its branches. The red-bottomed bulbul, cheerful and greedy, gossiping rosy pastures, and parrots and crows squabbling with each other all the time. During the fig season, the banyan tree was the noisiest place on the road. Halfway up the tree, I had built a small platform on which I would often spend the afternoons when it was not too hot. I could read there, propping myself up against the bole of the tree with the cushions taken from the drawing room. Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, the Mowgli stories, and the novels of Edgar Rice Burroughs and Louisa May Alcott made up my bag of very mixed reading. When I did not feel like reading, I could look down through the banyan leaves at the world below, at grandmother hanging up or taking down the washing, at the cook quarreling with the fruit vendor, or at grandfather grumbling at the hardy Indian marigolds which insisted on springing up all over his very English garden. Usually nothing very exciting happened while I was in the banyan tree, but on one particular afternoon I had enough excitement to last me through the summer. That was the time I saw a mongoose and a cobra fight to death in the garden while I sat directly above them in the banyan tree. It was an April afternoon, and the warm breezes of approaching summer had sent everyone, including grandfather, indoors. I was feeling drowsy myself and was wondering if I should go to the pond behind the house for a swim, when I saw a huge black cobra gliding out of a clump of cactus and making for some cooler part of the garden. At the same time, a mongoose, whom I had often seen, emerged from the bushes and went straight for the cobra. In a clearing beneath the tree, in bright sunshine, they came face to face. Cobra knew only too well that the grey mongoose, 3 feet long, was a superb fighter, clever and aggressive. But the cobra was skillful and experienced fighter too. He could move swiftly and strike with the speed of light, and the sacs behind his long, sharp fangs were full of deadly venom. It was to be a battle of champions. Children, You have listened to the story very carefully, haven't you? Yes. Now, I will support you with some questions to comprehend the story. Okay. What happens to the banyan tree in the spring season? Yes. The banyan tree is full of small red figs, the fruit of banyan tree. So, it is also called fig season. When the banyan tree is full of figs, the season is also called fig season. Here is the image of red figs. Look at that. Next, which are the different kinds of birds which appear on the banyan tree in the fig season? Different kinds of birds. Yes, red-bottomed bulbul, rosy pastors, parrots and crows. All make the tree the noisiest place. They squabble together and makes the tree the noisiest place. Where did the boy spend the afternoons when it was not too hot? Yes, he built a platform halfway up the tree. There he spent the afternoons. You can see it here. Yes. What do he do there? Yes, he reads books sitting in the platform. What kind of books? Yes, he reads all type of books. Name some of the books. Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, the Mowgli stories, the novels of Edgar Rice Burroughs and Louisa May Alcott. Okay, all these stories he read. Thus, we assume that the boy had a good habit. What is that? Yes, reading. The boy had a habit of reading books. Do you have such a habit? Which type books you like to read? Who is your favorite author? You know, Francis Bacon said, reading makes a full man. He is a philosopher, English philosopher. So, make books your good friends. They will make you heroes. So, read books. Make a habit of reading books. What are the merits of reading? You know it. So, I am giving you a simple task. Make a write-up. Write a paragraph on the merits of reading. Any title you can give. Reading makes a perfect man. Books are our good friends. Any such title you can give. Then give an introduction. Then the merits of reading books. Give a conclusion. Okay? Do it today itself after the class. Take a pic. Send it to the WhatsApp group. Your teacher will check it. Good. Come back to the story. What was the boy doing when he was not reading? When he was not reading, what was the boy doing? Sitting in the platform, halfway up the tree? Yes, he observes the activities of the people and all the beings beneath the tree. He observes all the activities of the people and all the living beings beneath the tree. What were the usual activities of the people he observed from the tree? What was mother doing? Hanging up or taking down the washing, the cook quarreling with the fruit vendor, grandfather grumbling at the hardy Indian marigolds, isn't it? All these were the activities of people he observes. Why grandfather grumbles at marigold? The marigold insisted on springing up all over his very English garden. English garden. It is a style of garden where the plants are planted in a particular order. Here you can see the picture? English garden. What is the Indian marigold doing? It scatters the seeds everywhere and everywhere in the garden it will grow. That is why grandfather grumbles to the marigold. Okay, next question. What season do we experience in April? Yes, it is summer. What changes do the summer make in our daily life? Yes, the days are too hot, so in the afternoons we keep inside the home. The same thing happened there also. Grandfather and all others went inside the house. Where was the boy and what was he wishing to do in that afternoon? Yes, he was on the platform halfway up the tree. He was feeling drowsy. He wished to take a bath in the pond. What was the exciting experience he got on that particular day? All the days he was watching the same scenes. What was the particular scene that day? Yes, the sight of the mongoose and the cobra fighting to death. Did the mongoose or cobra see the boy? No. Why? The boy was halfway up the tree in the platform. Okay. What was the cobra searching for? Was he searching the mongoose? No, never. He will never search his enemy. He was searching for a cool place to rest. Remember, when summer comes, these snakes will come out in search of cool places. You should be aware of that. Okay. What did the mongoose do? He went straight to the cobra to fight with it. Whenever mongoose sees this cobra or the snake, he will fight with it. Have you seen such a fight? What understanding do the cobra has about mongoose? Yes, the cobra has a good understanding about his enemy. This 3 feet long enemy is a super fighter, clever and aggressive. His actions will be sudden. Here is a short video. Here it is. Watch it. Wait. Friends, let us watch the video later. Now it is your turn to read. You remember how to read? Yes. Keep a pencil with you. Underline the difficult words. Pick it out. Guess the meaning from the situation. Use e-glossary from Samagra or scan the QR code. You can use the dictionary and remember my own dictionary. Prepare it. Children, I have already given you one more assignment. Do you remember that? Yes. A topic reading. You should write a paragraph on the topic reading. You write it, take a pic, send to the WhatsApp group. Your teacher will check it and give you scores. Okay. Along with that, you should prepare the answers of the questions given in the text. On the side of the passage, some questions are also given. You should answer it. Okay. You should read it well, use glossary, then answer the questions. Now, I will support you with a short video of the story that we read today. Okay? Watch it.
In the spring, when the banyan tree was full of small red figs, birds of all kinds would flock into its branches. The red-bottomed bulbul, cheerful and greedy, gossiping rosy pastors, and parrots and crows squabbling with each other all the time. During the fig season, the banyan tree was the noisiest place on the road. Halfway up the tree, I had built a small platform on which I would often spend the afternoons when it wasn't too hot. I could read there, propping myself up against the bole of the tree with cushions taken from the drawing room. Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, the Mowgli stories, and the novels of Edgar Rice Burroughs and Louisa May Alcott made up my bag of very mixed reading. When I did not feel like reading, I could look down through the banyan leaves at the world below, at grandmother hanging up or taking down the washing, at the cook quarreling with a fruit vendor, or at grandfather grumbling at the hardy Indian marigolds which insisted on springing up all over his very English garden. Usually, nothing very exciting happened while I was in the banyan tree, but on one particular afternoon, I had enough excitement to last me through the summer. That was the time I saw a mongoose and a cobra fight to death in the garden, while I sat directly above them in the banyan tree. It was an April afternoon, and the warm breezes of approaching summer had sent everyone, including grandfather, indoors. I was feeling drowsy myself. I was wondering if I should go to the pond behind the house for a swim, when I saw a huge black cobra gliding out of a clump of cactus and making for some cooler part of the garden. At the same time, a mongoose, whom I had often seen, emerged from the bushes and went straight for the cobra. In a clearing beneath the tree, in bright sunshine, they came face to face. Cobra knew only too well that the grey mongoose, 3 feet long, was a superb fighter, clever and aggressive. But the cobra was skillful and experienced fighter too. He could move swiftly and strike with the speed of light, and the sacs behind his long, sharp fangs were full of deadly venom. It was to be a battle of champions.
Dear children, from the last 2 classes, we learned about a boy who lives in harmony with nature. He lives in acquaintance with the nature. He got immense pleasure from the nature. We read it. He made friendship with the squirrel. He says about the wonderful experience in his domain. What is his domain? It is the banyan tree. He explains how the banyan tree in spring, how it is in summer. A lot of birds are there in summer when it is filled with figs. It becomes the noisiest place. In summer, he used to sit there. He reads books, observe the world behind it, beneath it. Then, all the scenes were usual, but that particular day, a particular scene came to his what? What was that? Yes, the fight between the cobra and the mongoose. Yes, the opponents are there, the champions are there, ready to fight. A super fight is waiting there. In the next class, we will watch the fight. Till then, bye-bye.